Remember, there are no rules in cooking. Taste this.
Welcome to Taste This TV. I'm Chef Joe Ciminera. Great show for you here today. I'm doing my favorite steak recipe, and as usual, I like to use some products that I'm really a big fan of. I'm going to announce them one at a time. First one is Spice World. They got their minced squeezed garlic here. Now you can have their minced squeezed garlic, or you can just have their minced garlic in the jar, which is both incredible product. They're one and the same product. One's easy to squeeze out, and the other one you sort of take it out of the jar. So for today's purposes, and I just want to mention something too, Spice World has squeezed ginger, which is another great product for Asian dishes, etc. Really easy to do. The product is just incredible. Check them out. They've been in a lot of retail stores, but if you want to learn an easy way, just go to spiceworldinc.com and you can find out all of their products, their delicious recipes, some tips and stuff like that. So when it comes to garlic, they definitely have you covered. And we're going to use them as an intricate part of this recipe, this dish with the steak. Next, we're also going to be using La Morena, and this is their chipotle peppers in sauce. Now, if you haven't tried this company, it's like eating product right out of Mexico. Really authentic flavor. You know, it's from their family to yours. Really good product. Check it out. We're going to be using that with our steak as well. We're going to deglaze this in a little Duara beer. Now this is a gluten-free beer, so all my friends who have celiac disease, this is actually really good. And we're going to reduce the beer down with the onions to get a sweet, kind of great ale flavor with the dish. One other thing that we're going to be using, we're going to be creating this incredible salad using Fully Fresh. Now this is their spicy sprouts, and they have some incredible beans as well. This is called their crunchy mix. And we're going to be creating a salad combination, both kind of warm and cold, to deliver for the steak that we're going to be using. We're using a ribeye steak here, and ribeye steak is from Master Purveyors here in New York. So, you know, when you're talking about steak and doing steak products, wonderful ribeye here. This is a prime cut. I only recommend prime cuts when you're eating beef. When you're talking about prime cuts and stuff like that, you know, steak and eggs go great for the day after. Now, using a company called Net Fresh, they're cage-free eggs. We've been using a lot with that. It's a perfect combination for kind of your day after if you have some leftover steaks as well. So let's get started. What I've done is I've seasoned the steak with salt and pepper, and I have a cast iron skillet. And I like to put the steaks on the cast iron skillet first without any oil. And then what will happen is the ribeye, because it's such a fatty beef, it'll start to release some of the fat, as you can see in the pan here, and it'll crisp up nicely on each side. We want about a medium rare to a medium here. So what you want to try to do is take your steak and cook it down. You want a nice mid-rare flavor on each side. You definitely want the crisp searedness on both sides of the steak, because that's what's really going to create the flavor that you want. Now, taking these steaks, we're going to put them side down in each pan for a little while. We've already seasoned it with salt and pepper. And now we're going to start to kind of create everything else that we have here. So what we're going to do is first take our olive oil, and this is a first cold pressed olive oil. We're going to put it in the pan here. But we're going to do a couple of things that are special. We're going to start to fry some of these onions, because I know you love fried onions with steak, and that's exactly what we're going to. Before we do that, we're going to take some of our minced garlic. Now this is minced garlic from Spice World, and we're going to put the garlic in there like so. Right away you get those incredible aromas of garlic and flavor that kind of really go to the nose. And you know that, oh my God, this is really good. And you get a toasted type of smell with the garlic. We're going to go right in there with the onions like that. Now, in order for the garlic not to burn, because you don't want to burn the garlic, but you do want to toast it, you never want to eat raw garlic, we're going to add some more olive oil. And this will balance out the cooking temperature throughout the whole pan. So we're just going to kind of forget about this on low heat. We've got a lot of olive oil in there. And at some point, we're going to deglaze that with the beer that we have here, which is going to really create that flavor. It's going to take those residual flavors off the pan and bring them up to the surface. We got our steak going on here. I have these chopped bacon, raw slices of bacon here. We're going to put on the side there as well. I want those bacon lardons, so to speak, those crispy bacons that we're going to be putting in this trail mix here with the sprouts. All right, so now we're going to check out our steaks. We're going to flip them over, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a seared on both sides like that, which is perfect. All right, now we're going to take a little bit of this beer. We're going to deglaze these onions.
Now you're just going to raise the fire here, and what's going to happen is all those ales, those wonderful flavors, that liquid's going to reduce down, and you're going to develop that thick, juicy flavor on the onions. Because what we're going to do is use these chipotle peppers as well. And those chipotle peppers are going to go right in those onions and really create something really nice. So let's do this. Let's take this pot, move it in the back. Let's take our greens that we talked about doing. We talked about doing some things with some spicy sprouts, some crunchy mix. And what I'm going to do is create just a small salad here that's going to go really good with the steak. It's going to complement it. Don't worry about this. Just keep letting it reduce. And we're going to take our sprouts, a little bit of our trail mix. You just want to kind of, one thing about these sprouts when you're dressing them, you want to make sure you're pulling them apart too so that each individual sprout, or at least a group of sprouts, gets the dressing. And then we also have these snow peach shoots, which are definitely one of my best. But the thing about snow peach shoots is I like to take the stem off. So just around the small piece here, twist it out. I'm going to discard this. You can't do anything with it. It's not exactly the greatest taste on earth. Now, what we're going to do is we just added some salt and pepper. We're going to take some balsamic vinegar and some oil, 2 to 1. And we're just going to lightly dress the greens. Now remember, when you're using an acid, keep in mind that you have to be very careful because the acid wilts the greens very quickly. So we're going to take our plate. We're going to just make sure that all of our wonderful greens get the mixture it deserves. We're going to put that on one side. And we're good because nothing's really wilted yet. Make sure you get that trail mix stuff. Right? Next, we're going to let our onions cook down. We're almost in a good place. Okay. Grab our steak. Put our steak down in the dish. And we're going to take our onions with the Spice World garlic. Incredible flavor. Look at that garlic on there. These people know how to do it right. I've been a big fan of Spice World garlic for a long time. They got great flavor. The flavor's always packed in the jar. You could preserve it. You don't have to worry about your garlic going bad quicker than the fresh one does. And then what we're going to also do is take a little bit of bacon lardons here that we have. Put some bacon. And then we're not going to forget our chipotle right on the top. And what I might just do is drizzle a little bit of first cold-pressed olive oil right over the top here, just like this. And that brings out the contrast of flavors, really blends out the oil, and that's what you have. So we use a combination of some really good products on today's show. Products that I really stand by. Spice World, Fully Fresh, La Morena, really good products all the way from Mexico. You can't beat it. You can't forget our Duara beer, right? We talked about that gluten-free, great for celiacs, etc. It's these wonderful products that made up this incredible dish that we did here. Now wait, there's one more, folks. Order right now and you'll receive. Now we're going to give this one to Astoria. Now Astoria has been making incredible coffee machines like this for ages, and what we've done is we've got a delicious, I got a triple espresso here because I only drink my espresso when there's like 4 or 5 servings, and I put it in a cappuccino glass. That's just the way I roll. So with the combination of these great products, our Astoria machine here for espresso, you can't go wrong with a delicious meal that's going to be great for you and your family. For more information, log on to tastethisTV.com. Until next time, remember, there are no rules in cooking.